Hi, and welcome to Rooted in Essential Oils. My name is Famous, and today we have a video where I'm going to do a little something different. So we're going to be in the kitchen, and we're going to make a apple cider. I got this recipe from Gail Southern Living. So if you're familiar with her, she also has another channel called Broken Heart Ministry, and she created this recipe, so I'm just following her recipe, but I am going to put a little twist to it because you know me, can't be me without being me. So I'm gonna add some essential oils. If you would like the recipe, it is also in the description of this video. So the first thing that you will need is your apple juice. I got a 64-ounce bottle of apple juice, and you're gonna need a crock pot. If you don't have a crock pot, use your stove and let it just go on low and slow for a very long time, 4 to 7 hours, I would say. So we're just gonna pour this into the crock pot. But then I'm also going to fill this up halfway because you need 2 quarts, or no, you need 1 quart of water. So this is 2 quarts, 64 ounces. 1 quart, you will need 32 ounces. So we filled it about halfway. This is 32 ounces, and we're gonna pour it in there with the apple juice. Anytime I have fresh produce, I always use my Thieves household cleaner. This is something that you can get off my website, but it's a natural way to wash your produce that you may be using, and it will clean and sanitize it without the harmful chemicals. So this is a staple in the house. And all you need is 1 capful. Fill up your bowl, put your produce in it, then let it sit for 90 seconds and then rinse off, and you are good to go. So as our orange and lemon soak in the veggie wash, we're gonna turn this on and we're gonna let it go for 8 hours. Next, we will need this one wasn't in the recipe actually, but I felt like it would give it a nice flavor. Star anise is what this is. And if you've ever used this, you know, it has like that licorice smell to it. Some people don't like it, but it does have a lot of great health benefits. I'm gonna add 3 of them. We'll do 2, so it's not so strong. And you can see it has like a star shape to it, but we're just gonna add 2. And you can get these from the grocery store. Really, really great. It does have a lot of great health benefits, like infections and your heart health. It also can help with inflammation and your blood sugar. Next, we are going to add some cinnamon. This one, we are going to do 3 sticks of cinnamon. We are also going to need some sweetener. So I'm gonna start off low and slow. The recipe requires a 1/2 cup of your choice of sweetener, whether it's sugar, brown sugar, you can use agave, you can use pretty much whatever sweetener you like. I'm going to use brown sugar, and I'm not gonna use a lot of it, but we're gonna start off low and slow and just start with a 1/4 cup. So we have our 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and we're just gonna add it to this. Again, we can add more later if it's not sweet enough. Our next step is to add our cloves. These are whole cloves, and I'm gonna do about 5. The recipe requires you to do 2 teaspoons of whole clove, and you're supposed to use a cheesecloth, which is like a very fine piece of cloth that you usually stick in like soups or something like that. But I don't have one, so I'm going to improvise and just dump it in there. But when it's time to strain, I'll pour it into a strainer and we'll catch the cloves. So clove is very small. I know they look very tiny and they're pretty powerful. So we're gonna use like all of this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. So we'll just make sure we pull out 11 when it's time. And next is our tea bags. So this is also on the website that you can get. This is an orange rose hip black tea, so it does have caffeine in it. Usually any black tea that you're going to be consuming has caffeine. Some black teas can be decaf, so this one does have caffeine, but you can get it off my website. And I love this one because it tastes wonderful, and it has like that orange rose scent to it, and flavor. So this is a great one to have. So we're gonna add 3 of these tea bags to the apple cider. So now that we have our orange and lemon out of the wash, we rinsed it. Now we're just going to slice it up and we are going to place it in the cider that we are making. And I have never done this recipe, but I cut these pretty thick because I want the flavor. And I'm gonna leave these seeds because again, we're going to strain this at the end anyway, so it's not gonna harm it with the seeds in there. And I don't want it to break down all the way as we do this. Next is our orange. So again, we're going to slice it pretty thick and place these in the cider. So the last thing that we're going to add to this is some nutmeg. But because I use essential oils, I do have a vitality oil called nutmeg, and you can use that instead of the ground, or you can just use the ground. It's really up to you, but why not use your essential oils when you can and where you can? Bam. Nutmeg. And this one is FDA approved. So when you are using essential oils to ingest, use very little, 1, 2, maybe 3 drops. But here is what it looks like. So we have our tea bags. I've placed 3 and I tried to spread them out. So 1, 2, 3. We got the orange, the lemon, the cinnamon sticks, the star anise, and the apple juice and water. So everything's in there except the nutmeg. So we are going to use some nutmeg in there, just a little, not too much. So now we're just going to close it up and let it do its thing for at least 5 to 7 hours. I'm probably gonna go the whole 8 hours. So it's the next day after making this apple cider. It does taste good. I like it hot or cold, but there are some things I'm going to change about it next time. And that is, for one, I'm gonna deseed the lime and the orange, but also I'm going to cut off the rind, because when you cook the orange and lemon for several hours, I believe I went at least 8 hours in the crock pot, it made it taste a little bitter at the end of drinking it. So it does taste good. I had to add a little honey to it, probably like a half a cup of honey, and it wasn't bad. I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't bad. It does taste like apple cider, but I'm just gonna cut off the rind next time and de-seed the orange and the lemon. But other than that, it's pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, which is Tuesday. Tuesday is my next premiere, so stay tuned, and we will have 2 premieres on Tuesday. So stay tuned, but thank you for joining. I hope this was helpful. If you make this apple cider, let me know in the comments. Until next time, and as always, pay for your health now or pay for your sickness later. Till next time, bye.